It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Anders Carlson ready to get us started. And we're off from Baltimore. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. And bringing them out an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of them. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He's going to push one deep down the right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Try to run for it with Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Hall once more. Hits a seam at the 40. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Give him 32 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. They go right back to Hall. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Play action, Fields. Cut near the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They send a tight end in motion. They'll run here. It's Hall. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Allen. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Breece Hall with the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made there by Derek Nottie.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Putting a receiver in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Lamar off the play fake. This one falls incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And it sets up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They motion the slot man right. Jackson's gonna throw again. He'll get this to Henry. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. And again, it's Jackson. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the 1st time this game. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 37, he beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th? That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the bank in just a moment. Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. And this one gets out of bounds. It was pushing some distance towards the goal line, but gets out at the 5. The Ravens and DeAndre Hopkins getting set for this next offensive possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. On 1st down, Jackson escapes trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm sorry, Kate. I'm trying to remember a time that we saw a lead change on a safety. It's been a while. And that effort defensively nearly got it done. So close to the goal line with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying down the middle with Henry. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Jackson now on 3rd. Andrews with the catch. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Winford 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Jets football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Fields on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throw on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. Tylan Wallace on the return for the Ravens. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. One of the tight ends motioning right. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. Big man showing up the yards. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens need only one to take the lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys, watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well, because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Wangu now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hall takes it straight ahead. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
We give to Hall on the draw. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Pick up good for 9 yards, and that's going to bring up 4th and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Austin McNamara on now to punt. To return, Tylan Wallace. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down, here's Lamar. Finds his man, it's Rashad Bateman. And he's gonna get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Henry on the option. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens looking for a score before halftime. Ball at the 33 for first down. Lamar now from the gun. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 38. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they get this down to the 28. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All set up now for 1st and 10. Lamar throwing again. That's taken in by Henry. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now, and even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He's going to run for it. It's an option right. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
4th down, you want the ball in the hands of your biggest and best playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that is the QB. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down in time.
The Jets back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Backed up this far and with such little time left, Brock, you gotta imagine they're just gonna kneel this out. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st down throw for Fields. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Fields. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Fields. That's completed right side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Another throw for Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. So we've reached halftime here in Baltimore. The Ravens flying into the break with a lead. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They start the drive with Hall. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action, Fields. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Austin McNamara will kick this away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Ravens will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got Andrews. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On first down, Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Gibson now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Jets offense now set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He just throws this one away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Fields to throw. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Fields. Able to hit Hall, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Wilson's got it. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Coming right is Hall. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Fields looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd down give to Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
How many times, Kate, how many times we sit in these meetings and the coaches will tell us the same thing? We win this game. We win these situations Monday to Saturday. That was awesome. That was short yardage recognition of that run, and they demolished it.
Anders Carlson on now for the field goal try. This 32 yards out on the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for second down. Jackson to throw it. Completed to Flowers.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. 8 yards the pickup there as we've reached the end of our third quarter. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our third quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Third and just 2 to go. Motioning right is Hopkins. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
4th down, and we're going to see just how clutch he is on this kick. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Gibson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Jets returning their offense and this running back to the field. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
From the 46, quick slant to Lazard. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Hall.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Fields throwing here. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Hall on the give. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Fields to throw it. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Nate Wiggins has got it. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Wangu now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Fields coming back after the pick. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? And keep driving that defense backwards.
Offense in the hurry up here. Fields on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
He's got Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast. Fields on third. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another run for Henry. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens, well, they can probably just run away and hide. It's 3rd and 8, need to get a chunk here. They bring a tight end in motion right. Jackson now on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on the run, but a tough spot upcoming. We've got 3rd and 12. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.